Hi, it's Brenda. Welcome to my channel, the Empress and the Sun Tarot. This is going to be, we're going to do a general reading and then we will get into questions. We hope everyone is doing well. She wants to change the color. She said, apparently, the blue. So apparently we're doing the blue today. So we are going to, with that being the theme, we are going to use the energy cards for general guidance. We hope everyone is doing well. The first card that wanted to jump out is the card of Journey. The second card that came out was the card of Appreciation or Walking Away. And the third card is the card of Appreciation. And sometimes with this journey, you have to walk away from stuff, or as you walk away, you have to find and appreciate everything that part of the journey has brought you. And the underlying energy is the goddess of the moon, which is about using that feminine energy to harness exactly what you would like. So we're going to get a little bit of tarot, and then we are going to okay, she said they're ready. So we are going to just cut the deck and begin. The current energy is the High Priestess, which is about seeing it from a higher perspective. The Four of Wands is trying to see it from the most positive aspect, thinking about the life you are trying to manifest, what you are desiring. The Foundation is the Judgment card, and it is about, instead of when you walk away from a situation having judgment about it, how about look at the other perspective of it as to what blessings did that relationship or situation bring to you? What burdens were you carrying during it? What do you need to let go of? What do you need to walk away from? What did you walk away from? Because the headspace is the Eight of Cups, which is walking towards your spiritual path. So we feel like maybe you have already walked away from that situation. The immediate future is the Page of Wands. So that could be new communication coming forward. The current environment is the Four of Pentacles, which is what energy is holding you back? What's holding you back from what you truly desire? How other people see you is the Moon. Are you working on your shadow side right now? Are you doing your healing work? Do other people see you as very motherly? And the headspace is the Nine of Cups, which is, personal wish fulfillment, which we're all looking for. And the outcome is the Queen of Pentacles, which is, that, mother, home, family, stability that we all are seeking. And the underlying energy is the Emperor, the Two of Cups, the Page of Cups, and the Knight of Cups. So new energy coming forward with the King of Wands coming forward. Are you trying to manifest new love? If you are, have you appreciated everything from your past relationships? Because as you appreciate them, you're going to bring all the positive of every relationship prior into that. So we hope that general message reaches you well. And hi, V. Hi, Corinne. How are you doing this evening? We're not normally on at this time, but tonight Celia was like, Dave's got a meeting, so she thought we would come work too. But as Dave's working here, helping me as well. So Corinne, what are you up to tonight? Can I ask about me and my dad? V, what Is there any specifics, or is that just your question, you and your dad? Should I reach out? Okay. Get the card of all tied up and the thinking man and the goddess of the moon. So my guide says, put your hand on your heart. Well, here is our guidance. You got to let go of what is right now. And there went that card. Let it go. And then this one is the thinking lady. So trust what you want. And you know what we did? We wrote everything down. Like I have a 2-page list of all the things I was trying to manifest in that connection. Like you can segment in 10, like you can like figure out where do you want to go. You can manifest this this full moon is this weekend, Saturday, and it is an eclipse. So it's a really powerful manifesting moon. A lot of times I don't like to manifest with a full moon, but this is a full moon in Taurus. And Taurus is about the things you value. And maybe take some time and appreciate whatever happened before in the positive and just focus on that positive of it. And look at it in a different way. It gave you time for whatever else you've been working on, because you get the magician, which means you can manifest it. It's giving you time to work on the things you needed to. You're going to get to that path. Sometimes we just have to take a little bit of a sidetrack around. So be positive, because that was the King of Wands, which is definitely good energy. And I wouldn't reach out. You know what I would do? I would pull my energy back, because, you know, if you reach out to a guy, you know what they do? They pull back. So you know what the best policy is? Take your energy and focus it somewhere else. Write that list of all the things you would like in your perfect mate. Men don't like to be chased energetically. So just from experience. So I would love advice on being ready to meet my husband. Oh, yeah. Well, she said we got the romance angels here. We might as well use them. And we just did a really phenomenal. We have memberships now. We did a twin flame reading, and we actually posted what the divine masculine portion of the reading. So we posted that on the channel. And in the membership part is the feminine and the relationship, but phenomenal reading. Like they almost probably couldn't have got any better. Everybody's doing the work. We're just going to say that. And Corinne, it's your soulmate. You don't have to do anything. Be you. Find your happiness. The underlying energy is the card of wedding. Get the soulmate and the wedding card, Corinne. It sounds like you're calling it definitely into your you're calling it in. Like, just be happy. The happier and happier you are, the happier that other person's gonna be. Like you wanna you wanna manifest it. Like I manifested Dave. Like I did my focus wheel, honestly, Corinne. And within like a week, Dave and I started talking, and we talked for like a week, and we're going to meet. And then I stood him up, and we talked for another 5 days. And oh my God, it changed everything. And you know what? 2 months in, we were engaged. So Things can happen really quickly. Like you can go from this when's it going to happen, and you know what, when you turn it over and say, God, when it's the right time, it's going to happen because I've been doing the work. And as soon as you change your focus about it, date yourself. She's like, date yourself. Treat yourself how you want that man to treat you. Like, treat yourself that good. Like, you want to take somebody to take you out to a nice dinner? Take yourself out to a nice dinner. Have that energy of that confidence. Because when you go out and take yourself out to that nice dinner, you know the confidence you're having. So, she said, you don't have to do nothing. But apparently it's coming because you got the soulmate in the wedding card. So we don't know what else. She's like, be happy. Honestly, I was meditating every day and it had put me in a place where I was getting to do that every day and spend a lot of time working on that, my energy. So honestly, the more you can like work on meditation and just having yourself in a high vibe energy. Look, I didn't even know I did it, but look, but in the high vibe energy of the fireworks going off behind me. So, Corinne, it's coming. So she's like, but honestly, the thing, Apple has a new update on ISO 17 where you can like put your thumb up and it puts the thumb up sometimes, or you can do both thumbs up and it does the fireworks, or you can do the peace sign. Now it's not going to do it for any of them. But if you have an Apple device and ISO 17, that's the newest. You can do thumbs down and it makes it rain. Um, I have magic, Corinne. That's how I did it. Oh, I don't. It's the computer. But pretty cool, huh? Dave got me a little list of the emoji things so I could remember what to do, but because I was trying to do them with my granddaughter, having fun with her. But Corinne, it seems like everything is right on track. But the higher your thank you for the donation, Corinne. The higher your self love is, like the more you're going to attract that. Like when I met Dave, I was an energy worker. You know the confidence I had to have to finally be like, I'm not a physical therapy assistant. I'm an energy worker. I'm an energy healer. He's like, what's an energy healer? Like I was just standing out there being myself. I'm like, well, I do this thing. I I work energy. so so don't be afraid to boldly be you. Work on if you're not meditating every day, work on meditating every day. Date yourself, like treat yourself in the highest regard. Like the person that you normally like would treat like the best, like the person you would want to like cater to and like always give and do for, do that to yourself. Yourself, do it to yourself. Hi, Becca. How are you? I have pink cards right here. We've missed you. But yeah, Corinne, it's coming. But she's like, treat you like in that phenomenal way. She's like, get up and put that crown on every day and treat yourself like the queen that you are. Know your power and keep working on relaxing. It would benefit you greatly. Keep doing it. You got to be in the feminine energy that's being. Like yesterday, I told Dave, I was like, I was going to do a live and I was going to record some things, but you know what? Couldn't do it. We had done a lot of energy work, me and Dave, on each other over the weekend. So I'm like, I'm just integrating energy. He's like, that's fine. You're just being in the feminine energy being. And sometimes you have to be because that's receiving. So you have to make sure you say, I'm open to give and receive. Oh, how'd that go? How'd that go, Becca? we're just going to say we did a twin flame reading tonight and posted it. And go look at that masculine reading, Corinne. The masculines really work on it. We posted the other part in our membership for the feminine and the relationship, but definitely seems like the masculine is like that message, like the energy of what the masculines, been working on in the past and what's going on was the Four of Swords. And I believe that was the same card for the relationship in that reading. So you have to try to be as open as you can be every day, just me and Dave were talking about that the other day about being vulnerable. Like, I got a special deck the other day that I've just been using for myself. It's the Magdalene Rose Oracle. And the card I got tonight was about being vulnerable and being in that feminine energy of the heart space and being in the space of love. So, Miss Becca, do you have a question? Corinne, you're in Canada, right? You know what? You know what Dave and I did this year? We went to I Can Do It in Florida. You know what? This next year, they just posted, he just told me yesterday, I think it was, it's going to be in Phoenix, Arizona. They have a lot of motivational speakers there and some card readers and creators. And it's a life changing experience. And I don't know why, but Celia said to tell you about I Can Do It. So it was a really great, relaxing weekend. It was like a phone free time when you're just literally absorbing the energy of, you know, so many so much positive energy. It's just amazing. Like whatever. So I don't know, but it was in May this year. So I don't know when it is next year. Yeah, we went to I Can Do It. I got to meet John Holland. I got to meet Dave got to meet Radley Valentine, did his seminar. I did Sandra Ann Taylor. I did Denise Lynn. I did John Holland. We both did Colette Baron Reed. It was like so amazing. Like it was like such positive energy. It was like so good. Like the first day we did like the pre-seminar day. So like I did John Holland and Dave did Brian Wise. And like it was like, oh, in March. There you go. But like it was very life changing. So I don't know. So you said to tell you, so we're telling you. That's what Dave and I got each other for our birthdays. Because our birthdays are both in May, a couple of weeks apart. So I bought the tickets to I Can Do It, and he paid for our hotel and our flights down. So we had a little for our birthdays. But it was super amazing. I don't know. So gotta look into it, Corinne. And Becca, we're that was the first thing I asked Dave is how far is Sedona? And he's like 2.5 hours because we're going to Sedona in a couple in about a little over a month for our anniversary. We got married in Sedona, so we try to go back every year on our anniversary. So we're doing yeah. And Sedona's just amazing. Um, yes, that would be fantastic. We would love that. And Becca, can you see whatever comes through for my child's father, the Aquarius sign? And Becca, she said we must have known because we got the romance angels out just for you. Um, oh yeah, we like Sedona is so like phenomenal. We're actually Dave's going to do a work and vacation. We're going to go to Florida. Got to see that grandbaby. Got to take her trick or treating and. And Becky, you get the card of true love, which is this is the romance of a lifetime. And you also get the card of new love, a new romantic. So I feel like this is it's telling you to embrace it like he's a brand new person. Like be open to like brand new opportunity. Have the perspective of every day I'm a brand new person. When you wake up, you're not the same person as you were yesterday. Things about you changed. You have different perspectives and opinions and beliefs. They're changing all the time for us. So especially like stuff's manifesting super quick now. So I feel like it's saying like be like super open to it. You have to go, Corinne. Come to I Can Do It and then go to and then go to Sedona. We'll go. Hi, Anime. Yeah, we haven't been on for a while. Yes, we remember you. And apparently, Becca, she's not giving me a tarot for you. She's like, that is the message. Like, focus on the best parts of it. Say how you would like it to be. Focus on, you know what? It gave me time to work on myself. It gave me time to work on my self-love. It gave me time to work on my self-confidence. It gave me time to learn my stability. It gave me time, like find all the reasons that you can be appreciative that you had the time that you had. Everything is for a reason. Like Becca, go look at the masculine. We just did a twin flame reading because we just got the membership, so we did a twin flame reading and it was oh my gosh. So but we posted the masculine part up just as like to show the new reading style for that so go check out the masculine. It was definitely about them doing the healing. She's like, the Four of Swords was down here. I remember very little, but I'm like, the Four of Swords was down here about healing. So Anime, yeah, I had kind of stepped back a little bit, but we are back in full force. Do you have a question? And Aries, spiritual guidance. Okay, and we are going to change the message. She's actually, we're not going to do those. I have a special deck over here we're going to use apparently for you, Aries spiritual guidance. These are the John Holland Psychic Tarot. You are welcome, Becca. She said just go in with that like childlike enthusiasm. She's like, that will like do the best for you all. But like really try to find the appreciation of it. Like so much lately, the message has been like about seeing the other perspective. Try to find, the gratitude in in every situation. Because in some way, if you're not having gratitude, you're having judgment. So be in gratitude. Come from a place of your heart and love. So ODB. It's funny you got the crown chakra and my third eye is like so lit up. It's just like crazy. So you get the crown chakra and then you get financial and material changes, which is the Five of Pentacles. What's the lack? Five of Pentacles. What's the lack? Are you in lack with this person? Are you having lack of time, lack of commitment? Because I see on this ring, there's like 2 rings on there. You have a very like spiritual high. Yeah. Yeah. It's part of, you know what, Aries spiritual guidance? Go watch my twin flame reading. Part of the oracle cards for the masculine was prosperity. The feminine got abundance, the masculine got prosperity. You have to change your focus and see the positive side of it. Like look at money has been tight, so we haven't went out much. That's really given us the opportunity to spend time together cooking, or find the silver lining, the gold lining. Just like find the gold lining in it. Like try to find the other positive of it. If you focus on the positive of those things, it's gonna make it like twist over. Like it'll twist it so quick. Like amazing, time is going like so fast right now. Like you can just by having the different perspective. But like sometimes, like I understand that about the money thing sometimes, and it's like, okay, well, what's the perspective of it? Oh, well, we're getting to spend more time at home together. We're getting more time to do this together. We're, where are we? Yeah, and sometimes you got to do that because you're both on this. I'm guessing if you found me, you're a twin flame, and this saying of your connection is that crown chakra, which is saying it's being very activated right now. Like my crown is very lit up. My third eye was like going when you guys mirror each other. It's called your mirror. Twin flames, like Dave and I, Big Wave Sound Therapy. When we have something going on, when he has it, we'll talk about it. Like something will happen and we'll talk about it. And then I'll go off and meditate. And then you know what? I'm like, oh, how do I have this too? Like, how does that very much affect me? Twin flames. I'm a twin flame. Dave's my twin flame partner in this. I attract, those people to my channel. But turn 5s are about change. So change it. The next card is the temptation, which is the devil card, the toxic energy. And the card under that is the Empress. Like you can manifest like this story, like you are very do you know your power? And do you realize right now with you, I see the Aries, Chiron and the North Node are in conjunct within at least 6 degrees in your sign. So that's about your life mission. Are you working your life mission? Just like, are you working your life mission? As my third eye, what are your spiritual gifts? Gosh, like what do you do? What do you do? What kind of messenger are you? Because you get the Page of Wands, you get the Knight of Cups, and you get the Wheel. As you literally changed the way the message you're thinking, and that was literally part of that twin flame reading in the relationship part about how if you change things, and it showed literally how it would move it like completely forward. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yes, we definitely had a something. Yeah, because I'm a Reiki practitioner and I'm clairvoyant and yeah, all of that. Very, oh, definitely. Like you lit my third eye up like crazy. Um, as soon as you come at the message differently from a place of love, there goes the wheel turning it forward. And then the messages are going to come in such a different way, of a more high vibrational nature and heal this energy here. Everything's always working out. And here's a great statement. What if it all works out? Like Dave posted that on his wall recently. Like, what if it all works out? And literally, like, what if it all works out? Are you meditating? Are you keeping your energy clear? Because he's going to reflect your energy. If you are high vibration, for him to be around you, he's going to have to come to that level. If not, and you're not being careful about your energy, you're going to, if you try to bring him up, you go right to him. So honestly, trust me, I've been having to work on that. Um, so meditate, protect your energy. Congratulations on the wedding. Celia says. Celia says congratulations. So we are going to leave it at that. Congratulations. Yeah. And as soon as you take control of the situation, by you taking control of your energy, you set the bar. So set the bar. It is the time of the divine feminine. We are having the full moon in Taurus, Empress energy, Saturday, and lunar eclipse. It's a great time to literally change your approach, and it's literally gonna yes, everything for a reason. I don't ever do lives at this time of the night. I'm normally like a daytime girl. But my husband had a meeting tonight, so we are doing this for a reason. So check out we posted a twin flame reading just a little while ago, or about an hour ago. We did a live, so check it out and check it out. But she said congratulations on the wedding. So yes. You know what? Put your hand on your heart. Close your eyes. Picture yourself in your wedding dress. And then have the knowing it's going to happen and stop wishing and let it go and say, in the right time, it's going to happen. I already know what I'm going to wear. Like, have that thought. Like, what are you going to wear? Have your thought. Like, segment and 10, as Abraham says. Like, what's your wedding dress going to look like? Where do you want to get married? Like, yeah, like, your words are powerful. Like my guide Celia says that so much. Like your words create your reality. Like she's my Abraham. Like she's she's all about self-love and how you treat yourself. But like I'm a twin flame. Like Dave and I are so connected that way. No, don't do it. Not daily. You have to ask if you watch Ever Abraham. Step 1, you ask. We do that all day. You've already asked. You already said you wish. You know what? Next step, not your job. Source. You know what? Next step for you, receive. That means doing nothing. Feminine energy. Sit back and let it happen. Take some time and write it down one time. What you want your dress to look like, how you want your hair to look like. Spend a little time, meditate, like get in a really good mental space and sit and write it down one time. All you got to do one time. I wrote a list, 2 pages of what I wanted. Like I dated, so I knew what I didn't want. So I know what I did want. And I only put like the positive things of it. And Dave is everything on my list. Maybe not all the time, but overall, he's everything on my list. If you're repeating it every day, it's like you're lacking it. And then the universe doesn't think you believe it's going to bring it to you. Let it go. Trust and have faith. Say, I know it's going to happen in divine timing. You know what you can do? Do you know where your Chiron is? It's the key symbol on your birth chart. My guide Celia says it's the key to healing. I focused on this and I was learning about my North Node and I met Dave and everything changed by taking one step forward into learning about my childhood wound. So look where your Chiron is and look where your North Node is and literally spend a little time just focusing on that and trying to have the perspective of the positive. Like everything is for a reason. So all channels, that's completely from my guide. Like I take no credit whatsoever. I'm just the conduit. Just you channel. I'm just the conduit. Yeah, easy. Like she's like, say it one time and then let it go. Because the easier you are about something, the easier it comes. Like, yeah, you're a family moon. Yeah. What house? Because that could be about like your mother, you're like you as a mother, like, yeah, which houses? Because on those, you have to look at, okay, what sign is it in? And then you have to look, what house is it in? And then you have to look at what sign naturally rules that house and look at that sign too and kind of like put all the pieces together. Because like my Chiron is in Aries in my third house. Aries is about like childhood wounds. Chiron, is there for me. So in my young childhood wounds, childhood, I had a lot of like, I have a lot of memories of. At first, I'm like, oh, I don't have any childhood trauma. Perfectly normal. Then now I've realized a lot. So, oh, Leo rising, yeah. Oh, my Aries and Mercury are in Venus as well. Oh, you have a lot in Aries. Stellium, lot, Aries, a lot of action. Yeah, you have to look and see what house those are in. That's like super important, like what house it's in. And then look at the like what is naturally about that house, and then what is natural about the sign that normally rules that house. And, ask like what about the planet? Like if it's in Capricorn, you would look at stuff that was, related to Saturn. Aries, where's your Mars? Like, where's Mars? But like that's like super like as soon as I stepped in to trying to like put it all together and like write it down, okay, it's in this sign. So what do I know about Cancer? Okay, it's in this house, fourth house. Okay, that's about the home and the family and this. Okay, and then there's, what's the natural ruler of that house? And like start to put the pieces together. And like at first, I like thought I didn't have anything because mine is in Gemini, my third house, or in Aries, but third house. Well, third house is ruled by Gemini. So you know what? As a child, my sisters kind of picked on me. As a child, I felt unheard. I felt very shut down vocally. Like I had a lot of childhood trauma of things about that. So ironically, my North Node is about a second house of Aquarius, and the second house is about things you value, and Aquarius is about helping the community. So my North Node is about helping the community understand their self value and their self love is the key and the healing to everything. So ironically, right now, Chiron and the North Node are in Aries. They're within 6 degrees of each other. They are activating you like crazy. You have to be getting activated with all that other Aries energy right now. So, the same thing about the North Node is about it, about Chiron, about the placements and the natural rollers, and trying to find those like pieces. If you need any help or whatever, send your stuff to my email, and we take a look at those for people. So, so anyway, we hope that helps. But like as soon as I focused on something else, like there's my email if you would like us to take a look and give you a little input. Normally Dave will pull one chart and I'll pull another, and then we converse a little and have some messages. So love Mia, how are you doing? And love Mia, we're gonna get something to work out for you. Well, love Mia, you get the card of power, which is looks like strength and transformation. Some cards, some decks, that's the death card, and some decks, it's the strength card. But for me, it feels like it's a little combination of both. And you get the card of a firm foundation. So, which is good, we feel. A firm foundation is always a good place to go. But we feel like, yes, it will. Whatever you're looking for. So, Andrea, how are you doing today? Or tonight, or I know it's night where we are. Dave was working. He may still be working. He may be done. So, Andrea, did you have a question? And yeah, we can get really lost on talking about the North Node and the Chiron stuff because that like is a passion. Like as soon as we started working that, it changed our life. So changed my life. I met Dave, and then I pretty much now I've integrated Celia where she's with me most of the time, as long as I'm in alignment. So, Amelia, do you have a question? Okay. Computer is acting frozen. So okay, Familia, we're gonna get a card for you. Will Depeche come back? Well, you get the card of Firm Foundation, the card of Fulfillment of Wishes, so the Nine of Cups, and you get the card of mental compliance, mental conflict. Like, okay, and the underlying um the underlying energy is the wisdom card, which is the five, which is the Hierophant, which saying this is probably part of your spiritual path. Um, awesome. Glad we can help. Yep, not a problem. Are you really focused on him? Because I feel like as you're having this mental conflict about him, instead of building your own firm foundation and bringing your own personal wish fulfillment, it's kind of slowing the whole thing down. Like, because of the mental conflict, you have to focus on other things. You have to focus on your own stability. Once again, we're going to say we did a twin flame reading earlier. Maybe you should check it out. It was talking about the divine masculine was the part I posted on the channel. But I feel like you found me, so very possibly you could be a twin flame because we attract that energy. And the card that came out is the card of the Hermit. And then the bottom of the deck is the Lover. So I feel like as you're focusing on the things that make you happy, like the happier you are in your energy and the better, the more stable you are in your life, when that when he comes back around, it's going to be okay. But right now, you're having mind chatter, and if he's a twin flame, he's going to feel that, and it's going to cause that right back. Because this is part of your spiritual path that is part, and you're supposed to be alone at this time because there's the Hermit, which is about walking your spiritual path, and that's walking it alone. Eventually it's going to be walking it together. There's going to be that opportunity coming with the Two of Cups and the healing, but right now the choice is about stepping up your spiritual path and working on that. You have to work on finding what makes you happy and taking the action towards that, and stop waiting. If you don't take the action towards what's going to make you happy right now, it's going to take a long time, because that reading I did earlier was like the thing that's holding the masculine up from coming back was the divine feminine not doing the work. I'm going to sit and wait on them to come back. I can't do nothing until they come back. You know what? That's that energy right there, that Two of Swords, and that that mental conflict. You have to see it from that higher perspective. This is how I want it to be. Right now, we're meant to do some healing work alone, but in time, that's coming back together. There's the Two of Cups and the Lovers. It's trying to come back together. But honestly, as you're just focused on that person not being there, that person can't be there. So, switch decks. You are very welcome. And Celia says, how's your self-love? Because the person you're going to attract to you is going to mirror your energy. So if you're not loving yourself, they're going to reflect that right back to you. Okay, Andrea, we are getting guidance about you and your Leo boyfriend. Well, the card that came out is the card of hostilities, and there's the card of the woman holding the coin. So, do you make more money? Just simply. Do you make more money? Do you make a bigger pinnacle? She said we are waiting on apparently confirmation. We get the Five of Pentacles on the bottom. If you're not making more money, is your self-value a little more than this person who's probably has the hostility card that might be having some dark night of the soul? But normally, most time, you're going to kind of mirror that unless you've really been working on your energy. But normally, you're connected enough that you're going to feel that. But for some reason, I feel like you make more money. I don't know. No shame in that game. The underlying energy is the Queen of Swords with the moon. With the Ace of Cups as the foundation. The Ace of Past, the Knight of Wands. The Headspace, the Five of Pentacles. The immediate future, the Ace of, or the Queen of Cups. Current environment, the Six of Pentacles. How other people see you. Andrea, do you make more money? I'm like, are you the masculine energy? Are you the one that's more? Are you the one that's more stable? Oh, sorry, my chat was not moving. So you're more stable. The Emperor is stable. If you would look at it a different way, he could feel a different way about it. How do you feel about it? And if you're thinking he's feeling a way about it and you're pointing a finger about how you think he feels about it, just know there's three fingers. So how do you feel about that? How do you feel about that? Because you have the ability to change it right there. With the Death card, you know, the Ten of Swords, changing the thoughts, walking away from those thoughts, the end of that cycle. The King of Cups, what does he bring to the table instead of Pentacles? Money isn't everything. If he's bringing balance and energy, that has a lot of value too. It's just about him finding he's just on his dark night of the soul. And there's the key. So we have the King of Cups, the King of Swords. We do have the Emperor over here. And we have the Empress. And forward movement. We feel like things are going to change as soon as you have the different perspective about it. I mean, completely turn that cycle upside down because you know what? He is that stability right there. You have to change how you feel about that and have faith he can do it. Say, I know he can do it. He's done it. He can do it. There's no, just like have the positive side of it. How does it feel when he is making decent money? How does it feel when it is flowing? Right now, you're not having the best positive energy about it. And as you're not, you're projecting negative energy at him. He's already feeling bad. So that's just like, and you know why you're projecting energy at him? Because he's feeling bad. If he wasn't feeling so bad, you wouldn't want to project energy at him like that. Just how the cycle of the craziness goes with it all about being connected. Like, totally, it's a cycle. If you have a different thought on the cycle and change how you feel about the cycle, it changes it. It's a reference point. Today is a reference point. Tomorrow is a new reference point. Like your perspective on it can change everything. What if it works out? What if it works out? What if everything happens in divine timing? What if it all works out? I mean, you know, what if it all works out? Because you are the manifester. You get to, like, has it ever not worked out for you in the end, really, for your best? If something didn't happen the way you wanted it to, didn't it work out the best way? God has control. You have to put it in the faith of God has it. Faith, trust. Everything's always going to work out. Andrea, you may be having some of your dark night of the soul. If he's having it, you're probably having it too. Like, and a lot of that dark night of the soul is so you can work on those wounds, but also so you can find your self-love and value and have that reciprocity. Yeah, I'm an empath, but you know what? I've decided I'm putting boundaries up, and if it's not high vibration, and just be really aware of being around that, because a lot of times when you feel that, then you go to that vibration, and then if you're in that low vibration, you're just going to attract at that vibration. Hello, love. How are you? I saw you've been doing some lives and waking up in the middle of the night too. I've been doing that a lot. So, Divine Empathic Tarot, how are you doing, lovely lady? So you just like make noise. So we're like, so she's apparently welcome to the party. I'm good. Dave had a meeting, so we were doing a live, and so what have you been up to? She's like, what have you been up to? Would you like a message? Oh, I had bronchitis. I was sick for like 7 weeks, 8 weeks, Dave's getting over it. So we understand all that. We went through a huge period of upgrade at that time. I'm sure you are as well. So he says, how fast does time manifest and stuff for you? Except being sick, then that took a long time. Yeah. It needed me to work through some energy, and I've worked through so much energy recently. Dave too. Me and Dave both. So do you have a question, or what are you up to? I'm apparently hearing the crickets outside. How about a Celia card? She said her cards. So we'll see if she has a message. Earlier, a couple times she's not had a message, so we'll see if she has a message for you. Well, you get the underlying energy is in the flow. Everything lines up to me when I'm in alignment. So, how's your alignment been? And you get the card of twin flames, split souls, duality, light workers. You get the card of surrender into service. When you are unsure which direction to take, focus on service, and you get the card of be of service. So I think there's a message about service and you being of service. It all starts with you be the change the world needs. So keep being the change. Just like just keep being the change. And how's your balance of your energy? Because as you balance your energy, flows coming to you. And have you been having a little dark night of the soul? Have you been having a little bit of that? Nothing wrong with that. We've been having that. So that just means you were working on your heart chakra, which we feel like you have been. Yeah. Every day, understand it. You got the dark night of the soul. Work on the balance. How is your feminine energy? How is your receiving? I hear you're a doer. Are you receiving at all? You got to get in that feminine energy a little bit too. Yeah. You got to, feminine energy is being, you got to find some time to be, to bring that. If the twin flame isn't there, as soon as you decide to be a little bit, he'll be there. Are you being of service? How are you working? Are you doing videos? How's that being? How are you doing with that? How are you being? You know, my chimes haven't rang all night, and now they're ringing like crazy. Are you making sure you're taking care of yourself with doing all the service? So he's like, are you filling your cup up with that? Reciprocity. Feminine energy, still just doing. Are you receiving any from that? Like, where's the rest? Is there reciprocity? I hear you got to do a lot, so you're used to doing, and that doing's masculine. You got to. I know you don't have time to be, but you have to find some. Celia's message: find some time to be. Like part of that being of service is your mental awareness of your value. Like if you don't value yourself, how do you expect anybody else to? Like, so. Have you wrote your list of what you want in your perfect partner? And thought about what you wanted and focused on the positive of it? Yep. You get the card of love yourself first. But like write that list and like just simple like my list was just like is awakened, respects my meditation, is kind, is generous, is, grateful, is a healer, gives a good foot rub, is, all the beautiful things Dave is. But like I was loyal. I wanted, loyal. I wanted marriage. I wanted commitment. Like I just put general words on there like yeah. Are you meditating? Like before you work on your list, make sure you meditate. And then you make sure you're in a positive, higher vibration. If anything, you know what I do sometimes if I'm worried about it, you know what I do? I do this. I just sit and play with my cards because when I play with my cards, you know what? And they're in my hands, I'm in a certain vibration, which is normally have a more positive vibration always. So can't be scared then. And sit and like meditate and just have your cards in your hands because I feel like this is something that like like soothes you. Like it when I do it, it's like a soothing thing for me. Like so so try the cards in your hand and just kind of soothe yourself and say, what kind of things do I want? And start thinking them and say them out loud. And then after you've done it a little bit and you're on a roll about it, put the cards down and start writing the list. Like you don't have to do it all at once. You can work on it. Like I would go back and write it if I found something that I, thought was really important, I would put I wanted somebody that would love me unconditionally, somebody that was supportive, somebody that would make me feel heard, somebody that would make me feel respected, somebody that would honor me, somebody that would value me, somebody. The flowers, they're on the list. Look how beautiful they're still looking. They're like still looking beautiful. Like and, and Celia says you got to forgive yourself. Sometimes those relationships are bad. And you know what you have to say? I would really like to thank that last relationship for letting me see my value. It let me see what my value was. It let me see where I was and it let me see where I want to be. And you know what? It let me see I deserved better. So I am so grateful that I was able to see that that's where my vibration was, in that lower area. It's not always what we want to hear, but truly that's, and think of it this way, it's a reference point. That's Celia's biggest thing recently. It's a reference point. It happened. It's a reference point. You want to know why you went through it? Honestly, you want me to tell you why you went through it? So when you're doing a reading for somebody and you have that image in your head, you're going to know exactly where that message goes because you've had it. It's a reference point for you. I can be reading cards and get a completely different message from one person to the next based on the memory it brings to me. So literally, like I have been through like my dark night of the soul, my first one was like crazy. Like most people think I'm out of my mind, and that's why I know most people aren't gonna ever hear about it. But like the other day, Dave, there was somebody on and they were being psychically attacked, and that happened to me. So when we were just talking, I'm like, "Oh, are you being psychically attacked?" And Dave's like, "Oh, wow, you just picked up on that." I'm like, it was a reference point for me. I talked to him and I referenced it for me. That's all it is for you. And think of it that way. It's a reference point. Thank you for showing me that, the value of that. Thank you for showing me where I'm never going to go again. But really, that reference point is like good. And she's been lately about having the different perspective about it. Try to see the positive side of why something happened. You might think it's negative, but there was some positive that came out of it. It taught you something. It taught you your strength. You are now able to take care of yourself. What kind of strong woman are you now because of that happening? Like, honestly, that is why it happened. So it could allow you to see your strength and your power. And it's a reference point. So, I mean, we haven't been on doing one at night, and like we just don't normally do night, but tonight we were. So apparently we needed to talk to Aries person. Yes. So like thank you for showing me, where I wanted to go. Thank you for being a reference point. Like, and you could just say that. Thank you for being a reference point. Thank you for, I know so much more about myself now because of that. Like, and try to think of the positive side of it. Then when that happens, instead of you having that negative energy that you're sending out, when you have that other perspective, then you're sending a positive energy out, and then you're going to reflect that back, because when you are sending negative energy to anybody, it's judgment and it boomerangs right back to you. So I hope that message helps. I know the reference point thing has really made a huge difference for me. That when something happens, that's what me and Dave just now know when it happens. It's like reference point. Like something odd will happen. Like one day we were driving and we saw some cars, and then we went somewhere and we heard well, we saw that it was like a black and a yellow, and then a yellow and a black racing cars going. And then we went somewhere and we heard the song Black and Yellow like as soon as we walked in. And me and Dave just laughed. It was like such a reference point of we just saw those cars and then we walked in and heard that song. It was just like the serendipity of it. Yes. Yes. Like everything is like, and it's showing you that you're in alignment when you're having those. But like, yeah, but like just have that feeling of now about being a reference point. Anything that's happened in the past, that's a reference point. It happened, so I have it as a reference point. You read, you have, so that's why you've had all. Just so you know, so you will, so you will attract people that need that message. Like I do the twin flame thing. That's why I attract people that are twin flames, i.e., you as well, because you are one as well. So, and first of and foremost, that's about finding the balance within yourself. And I did that, and then I met Dave, and then everything went out of whack, and now me and him are doing it again together. So, um, so the fun of it all. Yeah, but just keep working at it. Apparently we stayed on so we could talk to you. Yeah. So it's now like after 10 o'clock. So I'm gonna get off and I'll be back on in the morning. I hope everyone had a good night and thanks everyone for watching. And we're glad we got to see you. But yeah, just she loves giving you that little tidbit of just a reference point. And she's like, we've been using these vice versa cards because they're two sided. So she's like, everything has, another side to it and try to focus and find the higher side to it, find the find the light in it. So have a good night. Bye. Yes, if you focus on the positive and are coming from a place of love, you're gonna just bring that back to you, which is what we're all trying to do anyway. So have a great night. Bye.